Smithsonian Institution building. The castle. Completed in 1855, the castle is our signature building and home to the Smithsonian Visitor Center. The Smithsonian Institution building, located near the National Mall in Washington, D.C. Behind the National Museum of African Art and the Sackler Gallery houses the Smithsonian Institution's administrative offices and information center. The castle is the Smithsonian's first and oldest building. It first opened its doors in 1855 and has witnessed countless moments in history for the Smithsonian, the United States, and the world. The Smithsonian Institution was established with funds from James Smithson, 1765 to 1829, a British scientist who left his estate to the United States to found at Washington, under the name of the Smithsonian Institution, an establishment for the increase and diffusion of knowledge. On August 10, 1846, the U.S. Senate passed the act organizing the Smithsonian Institution, which was signed into law by President James K. Polk. Congress authorized acceptance of the Smithsonian bequest on July 1, 1836, but it took another 10 years of debate before the Smithsonian was founded. Once established, the Smithsonian became part of the process of developing an American national identity, an identity rooted in exploration, innovation, and a unique American style. That process continues today as the Smithsonian looks toward the future. James Smithson and the founding of the Smithsonian. Smithson, the illegitimate child of a wealthy Englishman, had traveled much during his life, but had never once set foot on American soil. Why, then, would he decide to give the entirety of his sizable estate, which totaled $500,000, or 1/66th of the United States' entire federal budget at the time, to a country that was foreign to him? Some speculate it was because he was denied his father's legacy. Others argue that he was inspired by the United States experiment with democracy. Some attribute his philanthropy to ideals inspired by such organizations as the Royal Institution, which was dedicated to using scientific knowledge to improve human conditions. Smithson never wrote about or discussed his bequest with friends or colleagues, so we are left to speculate on the ideals and motivations of a gift that has had such significant impact on the arts, humanities, and sciences in the United States. Smithsonian Institution General History. Smithson died in 1829, and 6 years later, President Andrew Jackson announced the bequest to Congress. On July 1, 1836, Congress accepted the legacy bequeathed to the nation and pledged the faith of the United States to the charitable trust. September 1838, Smithson's legacy, which amounted to more than 100,000 gold sovereigns, was delivered to the mint at Philadelphia. Recoined in U.S. currency, the gift amounted to more than $500,000. After 8 years of sometimes heated debate, an act of Congress signed by President James K. Polk on August 10, 1846, established the Smithsonian Institution as a trust to be administered by a Board of Regents and a Secretary of the Smithsonian. Since its founding, more than 175 years ago, the Smithsonian has become the world's largest museum, education, and research complex, with 21 museums, the National Zoo, and 9 research facilities. Smithsonian Castle Information Center is an excellent first stop to learn about the various museums and what to see. It is built of red sandstone and looks like a medieval revival-style building. James Smithson's crypt is in a small chapel-like room. There is a historic carousel at the north entrance. There is also a beautiful garden. The Smithsonian Castle is a quaint building that offers an extensive history of the museum series and institution. Here, one can explore the beautiful outdoor gardens, appreciate the classic stone architecture, and develop a master understanding of the world's anthropological, archaeological, and historical collections. Whether one is on a business trip or a family vacation, this gorgeous destination should not be missed. Great place to spend few hours for relaxing views in the heart of DC. Stunning architecture. Entry is free, street parking is available any time of the day. James Smithson left all his inheritance to a new country he had never even been to. This castle is a great tribute to his British heritage and his legacy on the National Mall with artifacts from all the various museums. His tomb is located here along with a brief history of his life. Arguably one of the most beautiful buildings in DC. The gardens are great to explore and you can do a full walk through of the grounds pretty quickly.